All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hot Dog Palace on Seneca Street, the house that youth sports have paid for. Who's my team? I'm the BDSL guy. I'm just like, I'm not rooting for anybody.
Okay. What's the other? Hold on.
So we got Cavalucci, Marini, and Barusa Bees, who have, I believe, no German affiliation whatsoever. But they're in black and yellow, and all the Pittsburgh teams were attacking. So the Bees finished second, courtesy of a forfeit in the last game to push them over Ruse. A dramatic penalty kick victory last week got them to this game. Cavalucci Marini, 6 games undefeated. They haven't lost a point since the transfer window closed, but all records set to 0-0, and we're 90 minutes away from winning that metallic covered plastic hardware. So, because that's what it's all about. Looks to be a good one. Cavalucci Marini, a little bit older squad than the Bees. Bees have fought their way up through a couple divisions to get here. I believe the Bees were 6-4-1, finished in second place. Cavalucci Marini 4-3-4, and they finished in fourth. And they got here with a 1-0 win over the first place and already promoted Chupacabras. So here we go. Lights have not turned on at Salins yet. We've just, after a rather salubrious Sunday, we have had a little bit of rain that just wet everything down. Not enough, I don't think, to cause anybody problems, but there is no wind, so to speak of. And it looks as if the Bees in black and yellow piping will be going left to right against Cavalucci Marini. They're dark, either black or navy blue with white pinstripes. They'll be going right to left on your iPhone, your iPad, or whatever device you're streaming to. And we're getting ready to go. It looks like Miro's the center ref, giving final instructions to Colin Archibald. And here we go. Underway here at the Hot Dog Palace. Long ball into Cavalucci. Lost. And the first corner of the game looks, well, no, it's going to be a goal kick. So a little miscommunication by the Bees on the long ball by the Cavs. Cavs, you'll probably see a little bit more long ball and less possession. Bees have been quite accomplished group out there, so they're going to try to keep the ball at their feet. It's kind of weird at this level not to see a keeper take their own goal kicks, but ball back to the aforementioned keeper. And just as they say, they'll keep possession. An NCAA long ball to Koneski, but well, 1 minute in, it's been a track meet. You kick it long, I kick it long. Just a beautiful night for soccer here at Salins. We've already crowned a couple of champions. In Division 4, Meerkats won in penalties over Dutch. I believe Cosmos with a 1-0 win over the United Warriors, claiming the 3rd division crown. Just before this match started, a 1-0 victory by the Revolution over FC Lackawanna. This is the championship game. I don't know what happened in the 1st division and between Kilimanjaro Bandits and Crimson Fire. So if anybody's watching wants to run over and fill us in on that one. And it's going to be Raiders and Sharpshooters starting after this game. Archibald with a long touch tries to get around Dadswell, and the very physical Dadswell will take a tactical foul and knocks Archibald to the ground. And the chirping has started already. Miro will go over to make sure it was a foul, but indeed it will. And you'll see Dadswell continue to be physical all game long. Not too many missed gym sessions on the Cavalucci Marini side. Pride themselves. They're probably one of the more fit squads, though the Bees are doing quite well themselves. Ball swung in, and as the 22 officials on the field will let you know, that was a handball. Cox really didn't get much on that free kick, and it didn't matter if they did, because as the 11 referees on Cavalucci Marini let everyone know it was a handball. So long ball sent to the middle, won by the Bees. Dadswell will keep it in. Jake, errant pass. Cordovani gets it back to Austin. Cordo can't control it, and Kineski versus Gabe Caesar in the middle, and that's a battle of the big boys. And it looks like it's going to be a corner for the Bees. Danny Cox will take this one again. Looks as if the Bees send in 2 levels of pressure, and not a great corner by Cox. But cleared, and they'll have a throw. 5 minutes in, we're scoreless here in the Championship Division champion. Why don't I just say Championship Division final here in Elma, New York? Allow myself to introduce myself. So welcome to our live stream. Hope you enjoy what's happening here. I guess they had a professional outfit trying to do the games on the other field. And how'd that go today? There we go. There's the possession we talked about with the Bees. But as soon as we say that, intercepted. And ball just fired down. Big game here. Not only do they get a nice plastic cup for this one that they have to give back at the end of next year of their regular season championship, but the team that wins this one will go up into Buffalo's top division. Doesn't look like Jonah Fogel's here, huh? Does it? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't like to see Fogel dressed. He probably went back to... He was probably one of the biggest reasons the Bees are where they are. A late acquisition to get him back on the squad. He basically single-handedly won the Italia game 1-0. Ball intercepted by the Cavs. In front, Barth, their leading scorer, puts it out wide for Bossert, but he can't control it. Matt Barth, Cavs leading scorer this year. Interesting story with Cavalucci Marini. They're about a third, perhaps more, of roster of the old Lycan FC squad. They did not know, and ball in, just wide. They didn't even know if they're going to have a team. Gabe Caesar, a longtime manager of Lycan FC, Frontier high school great, said he had enough of trying to get guys together and collect uniform and league fees, and they hooked up with the Cavs, and after just an average start, they really got on a roll here with 6 consecutive positive results, and they'll play a bit more direct than you'll see the Bees. Played it into feet. Long ball to Bossert. Bossert will try to keep that one in, but the field may be, the plastic pitch may be a bit more slick than we thought. Ball seems to be skidding rather than bouncing. Short ball. So after a few long goal kicks, the Bees will try to play it out the back. Ball intercepted, and again, long ball to Archibald. So it's going to be Archibald versus Caesar, and it just sprayed out by the keeper. So it'll be a throw for the Bees. And you might have heard the roar on the other field, so I think the Kilimanjaro Bandits just knocked off the Crimson Fire. So there's your Division I championship, and they'll be coming up to the championship next. So let's see how patient the Bees can be. Now, last year, the Bees were knocked out of the playoffs by Lycan FC. A lot of these members here, actually, they were quite well handled, but the Bees have made some roster changes. Ball through, tried to get to Kineski, but unable to connect. So members of this squad dispatched the Bees, I believe, twice last year. Or maybe perhaps lost once, and one was a rain-shortened game. But surprise knocked them out of the playoffs with physical play. But there's been roster changes on both of them. And it does look as if the Kilimanjaro Bandits won on Field 1. So they're the Division I champions, I would be safe to say. Well, I hope you enjoy our live stream broadcast, the only one of it, of any one of the BDSL championship games today. I guess they're still taping the other ones on Field 1. It's been pretty good, so if you have absolutely nothing better to do, thanks for joining us. Our viewership has hit up into a couple hundreds, and we went over 1,000 last week. Long ball into Cavalucci. Guys, this is a rated R broadcast, so if you're streaming onto the big TV in the living room, just know this is a men's Sunday league. If you need to explain what that word was. Now, both teams settled in. You know, this very much looks like a team of good guys that both never practice during the week. I mean, as good as they are, or as good as they were. I mean, and that's one of the differences about the Kilimanjaro Bandits. I mean, they're in a couple different leagues. They played 120 minutes. They pride themselves in practicing during the week. They have a coaching staff. And a lot of teams here in this league kind of pride themselves on the opposite. You'll get made fun of on Twitter for practicing. And it makes a difference. You'll see games often settle down in the second half once you get your legs underneath them. And here come the Bees. Ball intercepted. That was Austin Stephanie, a defensive stalwart for years here in the BDSL. Ball in for Barth, I believe. No. And definitely on this beautiful Sunday night, a Sunday league feel to this one early on. Expect both teams to settle in. Throw for Cavalucci. Knocked out of. Barth tried to flick that one on. Either that was a foul or the first chorus of the Bill Shout song. Quick play in. Into the mixer. Header. Nice save by the Bees keeper. I've been waiting to say that, and I didn't even know I was. But now that it's done, it feels so good. And again, ball out for a goal kick. So you're going to see that over and over again. Cavs, were tremendously more direct than the Bees. But Bees will be patient. They have quick strike capability, especially with somebody like Solomon Koneski up top. They're going to look to hit a ball through, and he's strong and he can ward off defenders. The thing is, it may be better for the Bees to try to play this one on the ground because very few teams have been successful trying to play a ball in the air over the defensive center back pairing of Caesar and Stephanie. Ball swung out wide. Unable to connect. And we're getting quite a good crowd up here. I mean, we're definitely near FC Buffalo size of a crowd. Or UPSL or NPSL size crowd, so that's good. A lot of support for soccer. If you watch the Women's Euro or Premier League, you'll see that the Buffalo television market, always one of the top 10 markets, and fans of BDSL and players are very loyal. Ball pulled back by Bossert. Archibald takes it, sends it back to the center back, and they'll be just content. I love this kind of football. Just set it up. Back to the keeper. And Archibald can't beat Austin on that one. 16 minutes in, still 0-0. No foul called on that one, much to the chagrin of the Bee faithful. Cavs content not to put any kind of pressure on the Bees. Come out. Koneski tries the pullback. Ball through, but intercepted. Stephanie launches it. And again, I believe one of Cavalucci was questioning the validity of a late call with alacrity. Ball flicked on, almost through. I believe that was to Barth. So now we're tit for tat of playing and official critiquing. Ball through the middle. Cavalucci bench full of subs. That'll happen too. Not too many subs on the Bees, but you'll see as the year of Sunday League go by, when things were just going average, hard to get people, you know, family parties, graduations, the boat, the beach. But, you know, people show up for the championship game, want some playing time. Ball knocked out of touch. Throwing Cavs into the mixers, flicked on and right to the Bees keeper. Archibald, nice reception and turn, and here he comes. And a tactical foul, and you'll see that time and time again. Cavs willing to take a foul near the middle of the field to get the stoppage of play, not to be scored against at the run of play. So that's a little bit of soccer IQ going on there. In the 20th minute, still scoreless in the championship division final between Cavalucci Marini and the Bees. Ball just over midfield, won by Danny Cox, but dispossessed right away. Ball over the top to Barth, but he couldn't corral it. Not happy with himself on that one, but again, a slick pitch here. Subpar punt in the middle. And I think that was a little foul from the memory bank, a little giving him the business back just to return the favor what had happened the play before, and that's going to happen when you get a bunch 22 guys on the field. Dadswell checks back in. Looks like Caesar puts it down, so Dadswell, and he's got a good foot on him and accurate. He'll put it in there, lofts it into the middle. And deflected. Nice shot, but deflected. It's going to be a corner. First corner for the Cavs. That'll equal the one corner of the Bees. I don't know who'll be taking this one, number 13. Ball put into the box. Cleared, but right back out to the Cavs. We'll put it right back in the mixer. A little bit long. And corralled again. And here come the Bees. Double hand push. And that's onside. Well, what do we have? Our VAR crew, what do they say? Off, way off. All right. Listen, if you can't trust impartial fans, who can you trust? So it's official. I think Miro, with his decades of experience, put a call to that one, but you had the much-needed filibuster. Kept in. Couple changes for the bees. Well, to say things are getting a bit chippy out here, we expected it. For those of you who were around in the 70s, that was akin of the Malachi Crunch. Marini has tried to settle down, but as with Lycan last year, anything more than 2 or 3 passes are iffy, and they play direct the best. But the bees have really kept them out of any kind of danger areas. Dadswell puts that one into the mixer. One on the header by the bees, and they'll try to hit on the counter, which they have been successful. They just haven't been able to get the final coup de grace. Marini dispossessed. Caesar, as you'll often see, just heads that out of trouble, but ball through, in to Archibald, and he's going to walk this into the net for a 1-0 lead for the Bees. We talked about the counter. You've seen Archibald score many of that way. Could have walked it in there, but it looked like Tyler Bass kicking into the sideline net on that one. So 25 minutes in, we're in the 26th minute. Colin Archibald puts the Bees up 1-0. Dadswell will launch it down the field. And what we talked about with a couple passes.
Good job, Chief.
Lights just coming on here at the Hot Dog Palace. Ball played in. Easily Scooped up by the Cavs keeper. There's team photographer Pam Cox down there. Buzz, buzz. Ball through and nice clearance. Could have been a little bit of trouble there, but this is something the Bees do very well. Work it out, remove the ball from pressure, and then they strike quickly. Well, seems like quite a few of the Cavs are looking to get their officiating certificates. Foul on the Bees. And a little Sunday League shitehousery going on. Dadswell puts it deep. Ball skidding through to Bossert. And it looks like it's going to be a corner. Bossert tried to get that one back into the danger zone. So the second corner of the match going to the Cavs. Down 1-0 on the strength of a Colin Archibald goal. Ball a little far over and on the back of the net. Not what they wanted. Love to hear what's going on between the two defenders and the forward for the Bees, though I don't think we could broadcast it. Maybe they're talking about vacation plan, or where they just came back from vacation. Ball intercepted by the Cavs. Ball thrown in, 1-2 touch. A little patience by Marini, but ball quickly given away. And again, that was a blatant technical foul. Tit for tat, you've seen a few happen for Cavs. It's right out of their playbook. Again, stop the threat 40 yards from the net rather than let them get inside the box. It's not about orange juices, orange slices, and juice boxes at this level. Well, it is about juice boxes, but a different kind. So, long free kick, about 40 yards from the Bees' goal. Ball lofted in, cleared by the Bees, and cleared once again. Be a throw-in for the Cavs. Looks like Cordo's going to take that one. Ball in front, flicked away, and a nice save by the keeper. Again, talk about that all the time. I'm not a big fan of the cross. Crosses are 100% of the highlights, maybe 1% of the goals, and something like that, you want to bend back towards the top of the 6 of the penalty spot. And that just went into the hands of the keeper. I mean, and the keeper, pretty diminutive in stature as top-level keepers go. So make them work. 33 minutes in, still 1-0 Bees. Really no offensive threats for the Cavs. And if that's the difference, I mean, both teams are physical. Both teams get their fitness and gym time in. But I'd have to say the Bees are a bit more adept on the technical skill-wise if you go from top to bottom of the roster. But we'll see if brute strength versus brute strength and finesse. Long shot on the keeper directly at them. Know what I've always thought was interesting? Doesn't matter what level you play on, right? The 6-foot pass can't do. 50-yard shot right to the keeper every time. It's like all the time. Uh-oh. And here goes Nemeth, just wide. Nemeth was able to beat the last line of the Marini defense. Looked like he had a chance for the goal and tried to slide it in the near post, but hit the supporting wheel on the stanchion. So nothing more after that bit of heart-pounding endeavor, just a goal kick. Uh-oh. Almost given away, and it seems like little to do going on the Premier level field. Maybe that's something the Cavs want to do, make the Bees keeper play with his feet, put a little pressure, don't let him come out. Doesn't take his own goal kick, so I don't know how confident he is. It's a couple miscues he's made. Punts down the field. Nemeth loses that one. Long pass intercepted. Kineski loses it. And the Cavs will try again with less than 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. Swung out, ball in, and a nice play to read. Nice bit of keeping there by the Bees to just cut that pass off. Next shows a little bit of, again, soccer IQ that we talked about. Instead of sitting back in your cage, cutting off the threat before it gets there. It's going to be the third corner of the day for the Cavs. Sliding tackle knocked it out. About 8 minutes remaining, plus whatever stoppage time in the half. Ball in, flying over the top. Bees player's down. I didn't get a number on that one. With Jake. Oh, that's my biggest fear with this stuff. Hopefully he's just trying to get the call, but always worry about that when you got something more to play for the next day. Mom, I agree with you. Nope. That won't go over well. I think he landed funny. He might have got a wind knocked out of him. he landed. I can't run that back, but I think he landed awkwardly. I don't know if it was a rib or he put his wrist out. But he's tough. He usually gets right up. He's fine. He'll be at the big social tonight. That's from the movie Meatballs. When Fink gets hurt, Bill Murray says, don't worry, he's fine. He'll be at the big social tonight. Early 80 movie reference lost on our younger viewers. I thought it was wrist, but yeah. Because it's a plastic trophy. That's why he's still playing. You win this championship, people will be talking about it for hours. Including everybody you work with that say, they have a men's league in soccer in Buffalo? Really? Like for men? Oh, nice sunset in the southwest. And the bees try again down the wide areas, but they can't get in. And the only difference has been a big try. I didn't see who got the assist on Collins' goal, but a skidding ball through under the legs of the Cavs defense, scooped up by Colin Archibald, and he walked that one basically into the net. With 5 minutes remaining here in the first half, and it's still 1-0 Bees. Here come the Cavs. Cordo taken down from behind. Looks like he fought enough to get the first down, though. He'll be first and goal for the Cavs on the 20. Again, I mean, if it's just a yellow, it's a championship game. That's not a bad tactical foul to take. Keeps them outside there. They've shown that they haven't been able to get the ball in the mixer. You guys have a defense that can head it out. That's not a bad foul. Just, even if it is a yellow, just watch yourself. Let's see. It looks like, is that going to be Bossert to try to get that in there? Indeed. The amplified Nick Bossert will try to get this one in here. '14 graduate, 13 graduate? Nope. Fooled us. Ball in and just headed just wide. Cavs offense tripped up on the box, but I think that was incidental contact. Less than 4 minutes remaining. Last time these two played, I believe the Bees were victorious courtesy of a 2-1 win. Ball played through to Koneski versus Caesar. Tries a Servardian spinorama, much to the chagrin of his wide open 4 teammates. Why would you want to pass when you can be creative? Ball put in the middle, right on the feet. And shot wide. I think that was Dan Cox. Just a bit outside. 2.5 remaining. Allegedly, we'll see if they added anything on for injury time. again, the long balls that Marini usually win have not been available with the equally as physical bees. Cavalucci's been on a, I believe, 6-game winning streak, and they can usually outmuscle teams or outpower teams in the middle, but the bees are right up there, for the task. And here they come. Ball out wide to the flank. Brought back to the center. Cox can't get to it. Barth plays it back to Bossert, who loses it a bit. One touch back to the defense. And Cavalucci having more than a little bit of trouble getting out of their own end as the first half ticks away. We're in the 45th minute. Don't know how much will be added on. We're not hooked up to the fourth official via headphones. So ball swung out. Intercepted. Ball played away. And, one of the old adages, I'm a Pep Guardiola disciple, the quicker a ball goes away, the quicker it's going to come back. And the Cavs, as they have with different incarnations, even with Lycan, content to be more direct. But if they had the opportunity to keep the ball a little, as the Bees seem to be content to have only 3 back, perhaps they could be hit on the counter. But again, this 3-5-2 of the Bees got them their 1 goal on a transition play. Ball played into feet. And we're about 30 seconds past the 45 mark. And Miro is going to stop it right there. So, at the end of one half of play, it is the Bees 1 and Cavalucci Marini 0. And we'll be back in a few minutes. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast of this BDSL Championship final. All right, well, we're getting back for the second half action. You just joined us here. It's 1-0, courtesy of a Colin Archibald goal. Through ball that skidded under the legs of the Cavalucci Marini defense, and basically Archibald walked it around the keeper and blasted it in from the 1 foot line. So we'll switch things around on your iPhone, your iPad, your streaming device. Bees in black will be going right to left. Cavalucci Marini in their white and dark pinstriping, left to right. And they're going to try to have to find a goal someplace. Dusk is settling in, and the lights have really not taken effect here. For those of you outside the Buffalo area, it's just been an absolute great week of weather, but it's cooling off here. And at the start, at kickoff, there were light showers, just the briefest, maybe 5 minutes or so. Bees pumping out of bounds. Archibald asking for, oh my gosh. It's been just evil, scary today. Caesar tries to find Barth, but it's given directly away. Oh, Barth almost got away, but a nice sliding tackle saved the day. Caesar versus Kineski has been the battle today, and Caesar wins another one. 1 touch out. Dadswell has his space, does a step over. Tries to get it past Cox. Ball shot in, and the threat is extinguished. The weather cooling down nicely. This is great. I mean, there's not a breath of air. I'm going to say we're probably in the lower 70s, upper 60s. Miro let that one play, but wow. And it's a little rough and tumble out there, folks. If you like physical football, this is the game for you. So it looks like Caesar's going to take this free kick from just about 10 yards past the midfield stripe. He'll put it in, and won again by the Bees. Kineski. Chop back. He loses it again. And he takes the foul again with the tackle, and he's going to pick up the yellow for that one. So Miro gave him the first couple, but after he loses a ball, we saw that happen in the Western New York All-Star game. John Chaika dispossessed Kineski on quite a few times and did the same kind of retribution, but this time it'll get him a yellow. It's a good play if you don't get caught. So now, from about 26 yards away, Cavalucci Marini will get a kick. We don't know who's going to take this one. Is it going to be Dadswell? Is it going to be Cordo? They'll talk about it or fake talk about it. Cordo's going to stand over the ball. Driven in. Doesn't get through. Doesn't get through again. Dadswell has it. And that ball across again. And no one's there. Keeper. Right foot flick. Nice sliding tackle by the Cavs. Ball right off Danny Cox's dupa, as they say in Poland. Ball in. Player of the game, Danny's dupa. I just wanted a reason to say dupa again. Five minutes in the second half, still 1-0. Ball sprayed long. Caesar. Caesar loses that one to Koneski this time. Ball in. Header right on the top of Archibald's head, and he put that over the bar. He had a chance. Could have put up the Bees 2-0. But now, head in hands in the shameful walk outside the 18, looking up to whatever deity he professes to and asking him why he couldn't get the strength to put in a header in the Sunday men's game. And now a 2-on-1 break for the Cavs. But a good defensive play by the Bees stops that one. And that ball will be cleared. Anytime the Cavs get anywhere near close to the final third, they seem to be their own worst enemy. Either poor shot or ball selection. Cordo has it. Lays it off for Dadswell, who dribbles and is dispossessed. So, like we said, anytime any kind of offensive positives happen, self-inflicted wounds by the Cavs. All right, looks like we'll have after 8 minutes or so, the second half, some changes. Flicked on, back to the Bees, and looking for Archibald, but it's picked out of the air by Austin Stephanie. And Dadswell muscled out, and looks like if it went off of Colin Archibald, so it'll be throw for Cavalucci. Couple one-touch passes. Cavs have it again, but kept outside and stolen. Slide tackle, but kept by the Cavs. Little bit of interplay. Logan looks off Dadswell. Out to the right back. Back to Caesar. Dadswell imploring Austin to swing that ball over. Back to Austin. Finds Cordo. Cordo has some time, has some space, has someone on the overlap. Loses the ball. Out. And that ball is headed out. Again, it seems the top of the offensive third for the Cavs have been their kryptonite. Out in front, shot deflected. Great defensive play by the Bees. Foul on Cavs. Good defensive play. Number 2, I believe, dove in front of that one. 6 for the Cavs with the shot, and ball played back. If anyone was pressing for the Cavs, that could have been a dangerous play, but long ball. Flicked away. Back heel by Archibald. But cleared, and it's going to be, I believe that's the 3rd corner for the Bees. First one in this second half. Potentially dangerous. Nope, it'll be a throw. From our vantage point, it was kind of hard to tell. Ball swung in, over the top, bounces around. Dadswell will clear that one on. Flicked on with a header by, I believe that was Barth. Was that Barth? To Cordo. Cordo spins, gets it to Barth. Barth plays it back to Dadswell, the left back catalyst. Cordo tries to get it in, but again, looking for Barth, goes right to the keeper. Roll it out. Tried to play it to Archibald, but headed away by Caesar. Foul on the Cavs. Bees still doing well, missing a handful of their regulars. Ball in, perhaps a little far. Austin tries to put it in, and Solomon tries to put it in. Kineski had a lane. He was looking for the goal, but he had 2 uncovered Bees standing on the 6. And again, we've seen them happen. And here's the 3rd corner of the game, first of the second half for the Bees, where wingers have had chances to lay that ball back, and they've taken it themselves. Ball at the edge of the 18, taken by the Cavs keeper. Ball skied. It was a nice one. 4.23 second hang time. Headed back by Austin. Try to flick on dispossessed. Ball over the top, dispossessed. Hit it back. In Wimbledon-like fashion, this game has settled it down. Well, the Cavs seem to be content with hoping instead of creating. I love when these guys like push and shove each other. I'm going to say 99.9% of them have never been in a real fight in life. So they're going to fight on the soccer field. The suburban thugness shows itself on the plastic pitch on Seneca Street. It's going to be a corner. We grew up on the mean streets of Amherst. We're going to show it here. We give him Alan Hamburg. Ball flicked in. Nice win there to get it away. Ball sent back out to Cordo. Cordo sends it to the top of the 18. And offensive foul. I don't know. Maybe they should fight. The B's got enough lawyers for dads. They could probably get him off on a plea deal or something like that. Or like community service or something like. Yeah. Austin clears it up, headed back. Oh. There it is. Lost again. Double slide tackle. Going this way. Well, nice call there. Uh-oh, and there we go. I don't know. Who was that got the yellow? Who was it? Oh. Was that Alex? Copy, Alex. Yeah. Tough at Nichols. That was probably a bad call. Pouts all the way back to center back. But it was my slide tackle. I'll show you and spike the ball vociferously. There he goes again.
Come on.
That's 2 shows of indolence consecutively. I don't know if this is any good soccer, but we'll help everybody's SAT score watching this. Out to the side, and again, top of that offensive third. Well, the Bees up 1-0, about halfway through the first half. Long ball skidded underneath the feet of the Cavs defenders and scooped up by Colin Ultrabald, who walked around the keeper and planted it firmly in there for the 1-0 lead. The Bees trying to make the championship division their own personal apiary and leapfrog to a new hive in the Premier Division, and they're only 25 minutes away or so from that goal. Ball skids through. Bossert loses it, and it looks like it's going to be a corner. So corner number 5 for the Cavs. Looks as if Bossert's going to take this one. Is that Bossert? Looks like him. These old eyes are failing in the twilight. Ball curved in a bit too far to the back post and off the crossbar. There was a big chance for the Cavs. Perfect curling corner. Headed off the crossbar. And the soccer gods say no soup for you. Perhaps that'll put a spark into the Cavs. Throw in. Ball out, looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Well, B seemed to be a little affected by that. Thompson's been a little hot-headed back there, and ball played in, but played out and almost directly up to midfield. And here come the Bees, but that ball intercepted by Austin. Played out by Cordo. Into Bossert. Bossert gets it, ball strung out again. And you know what? You'll see this happen to a lot of players that are 2010 to like 2015 players. Either the way they were coached or what they watched on TV or video games. Instead of bringing the ball in the half space near the goal, they're content to always swing it outside to the corner, the furthest away from the net, where the percentages to score go down, and won't check a shoulder. They move it over. Not just this game. You'll see it happen. Kids who, 216, 217 on, they've been coached more to look for the half space. After you've been doing this long enough, you can watch like almost any level of men's game. And by the style that they play, you could pretty much get within a couple years what year they graduated in. Matt Bart's been the leading scorer all year long for the Cavs, but he has been held at bay. Not a step of freedom given in the middle of this plastic pitch. Again, ball knocked out of bounds in the 69th minute. Quieted down on the far field, so I can't really tell what's going on in the Premier League, but just shout out to everybody who's played in the BDSL, just on the periphery. What a great season it's been. Great cup games at all 3 levels, great play in all 4 divisions, and the over 35 leagues really become a league that's just full of talent, so much so you're hearing that should maybe split it into a 1 and 2 or an A and B division. So kudos to everybody who runs and puts their heart and soul into the BDSL, because it's just been an absolutely wonderful year. Kineski drags it, tries to cut it back. And I think that was a foul on the bees. 20 minutes remaining here, roughly, give or take a few added minutes or added seconds. Really, since that bees goal, no offense. And here we go. And a perhaps goal-saving defensive shot for the play for the 6 corner. Rather safe than sorry. That old U6 adage, when in doubt, kick it out. That's going to give up a corner. And the last corner, the 5th, has really been the only time that Cavalucci's been able to put anything on it. And the left-footed kick, really ineffective. But here comes Cavalucci again, who, save for that corner off the bar, really haven't had any sort of offensive pressure. The back 3 of the bees have just put up a wall at the top of the 18 that's nearly impenetrable. And player from the Cavs fell on top of that ball. And the long ball out of bounds, out of touch. 19 minutes remaining, still 1-0 bees in this championship division final. Saved by the Cavs keeper, but the clock keeps ticking away. Still a little bit less than 20 minutes remaining in regulation time. Ball skies, not going to quite reach midfield. And again, I'm going to have to say, with balls won in the middle of the field, a clear 75% have been won by the bees. And we've seen this happen. I don't even have to look up. I'm going to say that's number 15, Jake Dadswell. Shades of the Olean game last year. So this is where Jake will pick up a yellow, go all WWE, hoping to get the home crowd a little riled up. Perhaps he forgot his contacts and just trying to get a closer look. Dadswell's going to pick up a yellow on that one. Tried to get his opponent in, looked like the figure 4 leg lock. They don't know. I was going to say come off the top rope like Jimmy Snuka, but they wouldn't have known. Looks like Miro's writing something down, but I think for the shove back. I don't know if there was any. Well, it's still kind of like. Always. Well, of course we know exactly. We're 90 yards away. So. But this is, you don't understand. These are guys, and it's for a plastic trophy. Do you understand? And he knows the importance of this plastic trophy. Uh-oh. And here we go. That was almost the best John McEnroe imitation I've heard. I mean, folks, if you're listening from out of town, That yell, whoever did it, was probably one of the best examples of what exactly the Buffalo accent is. Get out of here! That was a handball! That's the Buffalo accent, folks. When we listen to Kiss 98.5 and Janet Snyder put water into our cars and gas. Hey, Ma.
Nah, bro.
I love when you tell people here that we have bad accents in Buffalo. No, we don't. Not even for real. Come on, my cousin Ann. My cousin Ann said she put water in a radiator. "15 minutes remaining. And if you get your auto insurance with a CGI created lizard, 15 minutes can change a lot. Nemeth in, pump fake, dragging it over to an open wing. Good play. Ball deflected before it could be crossed in. Body block. Uh-oh. Something happened here. Another card. Did both of them get it? Was it the keeper? Was it both of them? We don't know. Miro's going to run out of room on that card to write fouls. "14 minutes remaining. Ball. Boom down and out of bounds for a throw-in. Throw in, well, I'm going to say, unless something changes in the next 13 minutes, for a championship game, this is not an instant ESPN classic. Hardly any offense, and I bet there's a couple teams sitting at home ruining their chances because they could have put on a little better show than this game. But hey, championship tilt nonetheless. 13 minutes remaining here. Ball lofted in to the keeper. Shot lost off his hands. And the Bees will get it and clear it back. Handball again. And another kick. Free kick, I believe, for the Cavs. Another yellow, this one to Nemeth.
What? What are you doing?
Looks like quite a bit of dissent going on both sides. Well, I'll tell you now, with only 3 guys on the bench, the Bees probably, I think that's their 7th yellow today. So just by the law of averages, one more could cause a big difference here. So it might be best to, any counselors on, there's a couple lawyers and doctors, Bees parents, any counselors, because we might need to have somebody sent for timeout to help. Looks like a goal over. I don't know. Probably sharpshooter. Ball in. And a save. Tell you, the Bees have done great. They just holding everybody up. Unable to get in. Nice punt against this picturesque buffalo sky. Looks as if the Cavs are looking to make a change. Free kick about 41. I'm going to say 40.8 yards away from the Cavs net. Sprayed in, headed away. Back heel. Tackle from behind. And that's another yellow. I think we might be coming into fine level here. Seriously, I think there's I don't know if it carries over from the championship game, but 9.5 minutes remaining. Theo, I would have, if I had to, I would have picked the over on yellow cards for this game. I'm gonna just from the time it's taken Miro to write down yellow cards, there might need to be 3 or 4 minutes added on just for stenography time. That's a wonder. Like, do you wonder if like Miro is writing on the cards, printing or in cursive? Because if it was in cursive, like most of the guys on the Bees probably couldn't read it. Here come the Cavs, drag back. They're gonna get a throw. Oh, that's a nice sky back there. Late August sky. That sky says Erie County Fair all over it. Only the smell of $12 kettle corn is missing. Ball put into the box and kicked out again. Well, for fans of the beautiful game, this really didn't bring any new fans in. It's been a rough and tumble kind of bumper car kind of game of long balls and one mistake by Cavalucci. Ball played in to Barth. He's in. He's got a chance. And then we're all tied up. We're all tied up. And with less than 8 minutes remaining, the aforementioned leading scorer, Matt Barth, on I guess it looked as if Miro played advantage on that one. And with 7 minutes remaining in regulation time, the never say die Cavalucci Marinis finally get it out in the offensive zone to Matt Barth. Slides it underneath the beekeeper, and we're tied at 1. And I'm sure that's going to do a lot for the niceness of the remaining 6.5 minutes. We'll see now if this puts a little gumption into the Bees, who really since Archibald's goal have not had any threats, but Koneski tries to get that one and forces a corner. So right away after that kickoff, the Bees get possession back and they're in dangerous territory. I don't know who's going to take this one. I thought Koneski might, and it looks like a player's down. I don't know who it is. I don't, and you hate to guess, I don't think it would be cramping today. It's really not hot enough. Trying to beat the traffic or what? Ugh.
He's riding with me.
They're not going anywhere. So for the half a dozen or so watching at home, hope you enjoy this one. Can you see who's taking the kick? Is it Cox again? I can't tell. Ball put in right into the danger zone, but harmlessly flicked over the Cavalucci goal. Ball through, and here it comes Kev, but the flag is up. They're going to call offside on that one. Oh, Cavalucci was down. Dadswell tries to find Bossert. He can't. And I tell you, the tone of the game changed. You've seen Jake Dadswell do this before. Does his WWE type antics, and it fires up his squad. Slows down the game, gives him a little break while he's being written up. Feigns guilt. And really, it's turned up. But now here come the Bees. Shot outside, deflected. Cavalucci gets back, and here they come the other way. Around 3 minutes remaining in regulation time. And he's onside. I think Archibald was just as surprised that he kind of gave up on the play, tried not to touch it. Ball's still in play, and it's going to be a corner. I think Colin thought he was offside too. You just did. You know, what a nice young gentleman. Championship game. He's like playing by his first instinct was the rules. I would have played on, but then you could time me with a calendar. Oh, just headed away. Ball, again, headed. Put back into the mixer. As Bossert gives chase. And he's content to just fling this one out for a throw-in with about 2 minutes remaining. And Miro doesn't seem to be adding any extra time for the Yellows. He just told Dadswell 2 minutes, and that's about what we have. Our clock's not necessarily official, but... And there he goes down. No one's trying to play it safe here. Cavs want to try to win this one regulation time. Dispossessed. Pompey will take the free kick, puts it into feet, spread out wide to Cox, who has to run to get this one down. He tries to put it into the mixer, but it's deflected by the Marini midfield. Saved. Cavalucci. Austin Stephanie gets that one, and he is physically tackled, now elbowed. And now we got some pushing back and forth. Well, this game night might have... Yeah, that's exactly. Boys will be boys. Might not have been the prettiest soccer match, but it's exactly what we thought when these two big boys get together. So we hit the 90th minute. Red card given to Kineski, and this could change overtime. Mira waves him off. And now a red card given. And we're not going to start the game. Huge. Solomon Kineski given a red card in the 91st minute. And now the ARs are saying we might have to even a few things up here. But it seems like Kineski will be the only one getting in the book. So as we head into whatever time that the official has given us here in regulation time and into extra time, Cavalucci will be up 11 men to 10 over the Bees. AR's coming in, so there may be more. Wow, what an incredible turn of events. 1-0 until the 83rd or 82nd minute. And now Solomon Kineski sent off for a second yellow. And Cavalucci Marini will enter or finish this game up 11 to 10. Ball in, flicked on, taken by the Bees, rolled out. We're in added time here. Shot by Bossert, just wide. And that's it. We're going to be going to overtime. So it's going to be sudden death, and if that doesn't work, we're going to a shootout.
I don't even know what happened between him and Solomon, but they were both involved.
I don't know who tackled who.
Like 5 minutes, you know.
And why did this ref go talk to him then?
I mean, it's been good. I mean, listen, it's been rough on both sides. Folks, if you just joined us back, 1-0, about, I'd say, 20 minutes or so in. Nice play by Colin Archibald. Got a skidded ball through the defense. Scored for the Bees. But after that, not too many offensive threats. And then in the 82nd minute, Matt Barth was able to put one between the legs of the Bees keeper and leaves us in the first overtime session. We figure if it's anything like it was last week, we're going to have 2 10-minute overtime periods. If nothing's solved there, we're going to go to PKs. But for if you guys just joined us, the Bees, Solomon Kineski, picked up a yellow card, his second, in the 91st minute. So now the Bees have to play both overtime periods down 11 men to 10. Now, folks, you might be, we were just talking with some of the faithful here. Great center referee, a lot of experience, and I think total there's been 13 yellow cards, both teams combined. So anybody here with any kind of infraction could pick up another yellow on any team. So they're going to have to, be on their best behavior, so to speak. And really, the behavior hasn't really been that well all game long. There's been pushing. There's been a little shitehousery after the play. Hissy fits. Use of forbidden FCC language. But again, it's a championship final. So we're in the first overtime period. And there's no win advantage or disadvantage today. Just an absolutely salubrious Sunday night here in Elma, New York. And it looks as if Cavalucci Marini will have the ball again in their white and dark blue pinstripes. And they'll be going right to left on your iPhone, iPad, or streaming device.
You don't want to do it while playing.
Here comes Cavalucci. Put it right in front, but it's going to be cleared by Nemeth. And it's going to be a corner right away in the first minute of extra time for Cavalucci Marini, who really, aside from the goal, their only other dangerous offensive opportunity was an earlier header about the 75th minute. So it's going to be a left-footed one. That's going to be in-swinger. Ball put in. Headed. Just wide. So thanks for joining us here on this live stream broadcast, the only one in the Buffalo area. The media group that was doing the earlier games was unable to live stream, so we're happy to be bringing you this great contest of some former Frontier High School greats. Ball put in to the right flank. See if it could be tracked down. But knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be another corner kick. And they're calling for Cordo to take this one. And Cavalucci has been dangerous. They've gotten a head on to a couple and hit the crossbar on another. So their second corner, only 2 minutes in to extra time, or excuse me, the first overtime session. So here we go. Cordo puts it in a dangerous area. Ball headed, cleared, deflected, and just wide. It's going to be another corner, I believe. Wow, ever so close. I don't know who got a foot on it, but that was a tremendous defensive play by the Bees. Ball in again. Deflected on the goal line. Can't get in. Bandied about. Shot. And cleared away. And the Bees living dangerously. Cavs really have them against the rope. Another throw in deep. And it looks like Bossert will take this one. Gets it back at his feet. Tries a chop cut. Can't get it through. Back to Bossert. Bossert try to swing it into the corner. Tries to bring it back on his right foot. Puts it into the danger zone, but taken by the Bees keeper. Ball tries to find Archibald, but it just flailed out of bounds for a restart throw-in for the Bees. And must have been a comment or something, because the AR is talking to someone on the B side, and now the center referee has come over. He's pointing to get away, and we'll see what's going on there. I think a few comments were said on the, and now players on the Bees are being asked to leave. Yeah, well, it looks like Koneski came back on the bench, and he was told he has to be on the other side of the chain link fence. And there's still some talk back and forth.
Can't make him move. I mean, he lost his show technically. Whatever. He's a spectator.
Bees try to get it deep. Looks like Archibald will kick it all the way back.
They were like rolling.
Roll over by the Bees keeper, and he'll send it down. One in the middle by Cavalucci. Played to the feet. Taken down from behind. And it'll be a free kick by Cavalucci.
Just hand him the game.
Long kick, about 40 yards or so. And they'll ask for 10. Short, cleared out by a header by the Bees. Back to Austin, I believe. Ball knocked out, and it'll be a white throw. Cavalucci chooses to get it right back in. Where the Bees had their best success is when they played a little bit of possession, and they've definitely, I want to say lowered their standards, but lowered their point of attack to being as direct as Cavalucci and playing right into their game, where they could probably hold on to the ball a little better. They don't need to hope for the home run ball all the time. But Cavalucci has really put on the full court press, scoring in the 82nd minute to tie the matchup. And we're currently in the first overtime period. And there we go, playing direct. Here come the Bees. Down 11, and that's in. And the goal. And the championship goes to the Bees, and they're going to be promoted as playoff champion. And just as I talk about possession, a long transition ball. Was that Nemeth? Do you know who got the goal? Was that Nemeth? Colin? So Archibald gets his second. Down 11 men to 10, and Cavalucci gets split with a long ball. Archibald is Colin on the spot, and congratulations to the Bees, who win in overtime. So that is the final score here from the hot dog heaven here on Seneca Street. The Bees 2, Cavalucci Marini 1, and the Bees will go up to the Premier Division next year. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again at a game next year.
Very nice job.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. You guys made it better because I get some reaction. I like it. They're like, I know kids on both sides, like the older guys. My son played on, but like my son played with or against a lot of the guys on the Bees. So they're, and just have some fun. Don't take it too seriously. And
It just gets to be a smaller and smaller world every year.